Okay, folks, you saw the title. This is part 2 of White Trash Story by the Donahew Band. This is requested by Jacob Herricks. If you didn't see part 1 or hear part 1, that was yesterday. And Jacob Herricks made a gift to the channel for me to do White Trash Story part 1, White Trash Story part 2, and I've got another gift request of Jacob's coming up tomorrow, also by the Donahew Band. So we're going to get into White Trash Story Part 2 and see. But I really liked White Trash Story Part 1 because I don't know what I'm getting into when I do these things. They've got to fit the channel's theme and they can't be vulgar, otherwise I don't do them. That one was completely acceptable. Here we go, White Trash Story Part 2, or The Deuce. Little more ruckus.
I gotta get this trailer rolling downhill, 'cause I'm sick of sitting here still. The good times and the bad have left me.
Shit. The mime, I did not expect. I never even heard that. Holy crap. Oh, that's the fastest I've cried. The mind picture I had, but the way he said it, I could just picture the whole thing. Crap. Here we go. Round 2, and we're only 18 seconds in.
Broke. Grandma, she smoked all my swag until her R3 under a rebel flag. This trailer park is going straight to hell, but I'm still first class white trash if you can't tell. Now Junior, he's a little slow. He got 18 months for the plants he grows, and Mary Lou's back on a stripper pole to pay the bills. They got barefoot kids and cut-off jorts to spend every week down at juvie court for starting fights, selling grandma's pills. Sarah Ann, she can't be found. I guess she got tired of being passed around and planned a Waffle House wedding on the morning of a one-night stand. I gotta get this trailer rolling downhill, 'cause I'm sick of sitting here still. The good times and the bad have left me broke.
Alright.
Grandma, she smoked all my swag until her R3 under a rebel flag. This trailer park is going straight to hell.
That's a really good line. The good times and the bad times left me broke. That's a really good way of putting it, because in the good times you're spending money and presumably you're making some money, but you're spending it, and that's what makes them good times. You're having a good time, and in the bad times you're not making any money. So it's one of these, they both leave you broke. That's really good.
But I'm still first class white trash if you can't tell. I guess dynamite fishing was a big mistake, 'cause my John boat's docked at the bottom of the lake. I got weekend stays and 6 months community service. And there's a pit bull chained to every tree with a cardboard sign that said pubs are free. We got pink flamingos and blow up plastic pools. We like spotlight hunting natural light, and the cops get called here every night. And there's a 12-gauge smoking from a woman who could take a punch. I gotta get this trailer rolling downhill, 'cause I'm sick of sitting here still. The good times and the bad have left me broke. Grandma, she smoked all my swag until her R3 under a rebel flag. This trailer park is going straight to hell, but I'm still first class white trash if you can't tell. My little sister's getting married today, and my dad's still in jail, so I'll give her away. I'm gonna get hammered drunk, light some shit on fire. I gotta get this trailer rolling downhill, 'cause I'm sick of sitting here still. The good times and the bad are all that's left. It's either house arrest or on parole. There's no turning back. I'm out of control, and this trailer park is going straight to hell.
So if he's on house arrest, he's got to stay in it. And that's why he wants that thing to get moving, because as long as he's in it, he's under house arrest, he's good. So the theory would go.
I'm still first class white trash if you can't tell. I'm still first class white trash.
Going. I wanted to hear more. That sound effect in the end. Just an image of Lynyrd Skynyrd's live version of Whiskey Rock and Roller, and where I guess it's Ronnie Van Zant. He can't remember. He doesn't remember what song they're going to play next, and he's like, "I forgot the song." And then there's one of the women goes, "Whiskey, baby," and I was thinking, man, would I love to hear female backing on some of this. And I said that on part 1, but even on part 2, it would just add something to it. And but the song itself, I can't even imagine what got left on the cutting room floor on this, of all this. But it covered a lot of the bases. And some of these songs, as funny as they are, if you haven't lived a given life, you're brought into like that culture or that subculture, and it's an education. You could see a lot of the parts there, and you could see it talked about the people. Grandma, this one, dad's still in jail, so he's got to give his sister away. Someone else is going to have a Waffle House wedding after a one-night stand. It's like, oh my goodness, like the whole thing, it just is not quote-unquote civilized society, but it's society. It's someone's society, and more than one people, lots of people live there. But the fact that he's either on house arrest or on parole, and so he's obviously in house arrest in it, but that's why he's bored. He wants to get this thing going. But the mind picture I had of that thing going. But I guess in the end, that engine sound, it sounded like something was backing up and hooking up the trailer hitch. It sounds like, my mind picture in the beginning when I was crying was just of that thing like untethering and going by itself down the road, not being pulled. But it sounded like somebody was coming to pull it. And what do you say? This whole thing is going to hell, or the whole trailer park going to hell. And that happens to be the name of the next song. Go to Hell is the title of the next song by Casey Donahew Band that Jacob Herricks requested. And so I wonder if this is a theme album, more than just White Trash Story Part 1 and Part 2 or Deuce, that I wonder if this is like, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon or Animals, where there's like a theme that goes, or Quadrophenia by The Who or Tommy. It's a theme album. I don't know, but I'm sure you'll enlighten me. And so anyway, am I going to rate that one? I'm going to leave that with the same rating that I had Part 1 and leave that as a 9.1 because it was so similar, different lyrics, obviously, different instrumentation, and I liked it. The guitarist was getting work done. The drummer was getting work done. But I like that this is, as those of you who are new to the channel, I don't do pop country reactions. I don't do pop anything. And so most of the reactions I do are traditional country. But there's bluegrass, there's western, and there is red dirt. There's Texas swing. There's stuff that's got to be non-pop country. And this, what would you say? Is this red dirt country? I mean, I kind of will put it in that category. But you guys can enlighten me as to what you think. So there it is. Okay, folks, enjoyed that. Jacob Herricks, thank you again, my friend. And you're 2 for 2 on this go around. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. See you in another video. Keep rocking the country.